Hello friends, welcome back. Today I'm excited to share some Amazon fashion finds with you, and I can guarantee you are going to be shocked by what I found on an Amazon budget today. We have some look for less finds. I also pulled some of my favorites from this time last year so I can share a little quality update with you. Today's haul also includes my favorite Amazon purchase of the year so far. I am so excited about this find. So hope you enjoyed today's looks. I'll have everything linked in the description box below, and let's jump in. All right, this dress definitely is super cute on. I will say quality-wise, it's a little more of what I would expect for Amazon quality. Like, it is thinner, but it just has really cute little details. I love the little scalloped edge. Comes in 6 color options. They're all really pretty, like light blues and greens. This is the pink color. Has full functional buttons down the front, and it retails under $45 at the moment. I have seen this available at different sellers, and some charge shipping and it's lower priced, and some are kind of added in with Prime and it's a little bit higher. One thing I did like is it doesn't have any belt loops, so you could put this wherever you want depending on how long or short your torso is, and then you don't have the loops kind of sticking out. It's also like a really structured, thicker belt, so it's really easy to tie and kind of shape how you want it to be. It does look heathered, like it has like a white stripe throughout it. A little bit more of a fitted sleeve. If you are petite, I do feel like this might be a little bit long. It just seems, maybe because I have the belt higher over the bump, but it does seem to be a little bit longer. I'm wearing my normal size small. As far as the fabric composition goes, all it says is that it's a cotton linen. So I'm not quite sure. It does seem like this material will wrinkle fairly easily, probably because of that linen blend. So just something I did want to mention if that's going to bother you. Next up is this midi dress. I would say material-wise, it's 100% polyester. And just the way it feels, I would not recommend to wear this on a very hot, humid day because I feel like it will show sweat. It almost has like a silky texture to it. It's actually lighter weight and thinner than I was expecting. But for cooler weather, fall days, the material would be fine. It is like just very comfortable. It does have a little bit of flow to it. I like the sleeves, smocked here. It's fully priced at $50, which absolutely not for that price point and just the quality that I'm seeing, but you can currently clip a $10 off coupon, and I would say it's much more comparable to the $30 to $40 price point. It is very bump friendly. The smocking doesn't come down too long if you do have a shorter waist. And then it has this lattice design detail on the bottom edge. It's unlined, so you can see your legs coming through where it begins. It comes in multiple color options. Because of that open design, I do think you are somewhat limited with when you can style and reach for this just based on the material. I wouldn't personally style it with boots or anything since it is open on the bottom unless you added a slip underneath. So I feel like the only time you could really reach for this is when it's like very end of summer, not as hot and humid, and very early fall where you could still get away with flats and you're not reaching for boots and stuff yet. I paired it with these darling little sandals. I know I've shared these multiple times on my channel, but I just love the little detail. I love the linen look to them. I feel like they're really unique and they are very comfortable. I found this little collared ruffled denim jacket that goes all the way around the back. It is, I would say, more oversized. I got a medium, but I could definitely use a small. So if you're in between two sizes, I would go with your size down. It's a really soft denim. It's not stiff or uncomfortable in the shoulders. I have plenty of shoulder movement. I felt like it looked very Anthropologie and just very unique as well. It's more of a lighter medium wash. And then I paired it with this floral maxi skirt. I thought this would be a cute kind of casual teacher outfit or more of a girlier transitional outfit that you could honestly wear without the denim jacket and then throw this on as it gets a little bit cooler. This maxi skirt comes in a lot of different color and print options, but I was drawn to this one because it has this red wine burgundy color, which I am very excited to wear this upcoming fall season. And then it also has like a sagey green. So that was definitely my favorite color combo. I'm wearing a size small. It's not the most flattering with a bump because I don't like wearing things right across the waistband. And if I pull it up, this seam right here just doesn't feel super comfortable. So Wouldn't be my top choice for those of you looking for bump friendly things, but you could definitely make it work. I'm 5'5" for height reference. It's the perfect length to still pair with flats. And then these are some comfy loafers from Quince. I'm gonna put together a few more outfit ideas with this maxi skirt just so you can see a few other different ways to style it. Maybe now and then later into the fall season. You definitely continue to take this into fall. This does feel like polyester, so depending on how chilly it gets for your fall, another little style tip that I recommend is if it's really cold and you still want to wear materials like this, I would just wear some fleece lined leggings underneath because you're not even going to see them. I just added a burgundy sweater to my cart, and now I think I'm going to pull the trigger because I think it would be so pretty to pair with this skirt. You could even do the sage green if you could find like a complementary color for it. But I just opted for chocolate, which is a big trend for the upcoming fall season. If you are curious about the wearable fall trends that I recommend, I will link that video that I did recently down below. Chocolate is definitely my go-to neutral shade for fall and winter when I want something a little bit deeper. And something about a maxi skirt in the fall and winter just feels so chic and put together. I shared this pink button sweater from Amazon a couple of videos back, but it also pairs really well with this skirt as well. This sweater comes in so many color options. It's a chunky knit, actually a really soft chunky knit, like it's not scratchy or textured or anything, and then it fully buttons, so you could wear it as a top or open it up. I've washed this and it did hold up really well in the laundry. It's not pilled or anything like that. The knit isn't like extra fuzzy compared to when I unboxed it or anything like that. Definitely a thicker knit, so it needs to cool down pretty significantly for me to actually start wearing this. Next is this slightly oversized casual dress. They call this red, but to me it's definitely more of a muted striped pink shade. It's 100% cotton. It does have some texture to it. Not uncomfortable, but it's just not like a smooth cotton. It's more of a bubbled texture. Tunic neckline. It does have these little wrist ties, which I feel like makes the dress in a way, because otherwise it'd be semi-boring. The sleeves are definitely more of the statement part of the outfit, but they weren't the easiest to tie because I wrapped it around the wrist, so I couldn't really pre-tie it. So I couldn't do like a cute bow or anything unless you have someone to help you, but I just did like a double knot. I still think they are cute, but just something I wanted to mention. It does have pockets. It is more oversized. I'm wearing a size small and I still have plenty of room with the bump, and it is also a little bit longer as well. So I would say it is like a work appropriate length if you want to pair it with some comfy flats for work. This also comes in an ivory color as well, and it's under $45. If I wasn't pregnant, I would definitely want a belt or something around this because I do feel like it would be a little overwhelming on my frame. So if you are in between two sizes, definitely go with your size down, or you may even just want to consider sizing down as is if you're not pregnant and want it to fit a little bit closer. This dress is easily my favorite Amazon fashion purchase of the year so far. I truly cannot believe the quality of this piece. This far exceeds like probably most of my previous Amazon fashion purchases. It isn't the most bump friendly at the moment, but I only have hopefully another month to go. So I'm just gonna stick with this since this is my pre-pregnancy size. So here is a look at it. It is this darling little pink embroidered dress. I actually bought this from Tuckernuck in the midi length for Easter earlier in the year, but I love the shorter version. It has a zipper on the side, it's lined, has functional buttons with the ruffle detail, and the sleeves fit perfect. They're not tight on the arm. They do have a little puff, but they're not overwhelming. If you are pregnant, I would recommend to size up if you're wanting to wear it for maternity, but otherwise it is very true to size. It has pockets. It has such a flattering cut. It's coming in here at the waist, or what little waist I still have at the moment. And the dress is lined, and I'm truly so impressed with the quality of this one. Easily my favorite find from the haul so far. This is another dress that is not necessarily working with the bump right now, but again, I'm very impressed with the quality. Definitely above average for an Amazon look for less. So it has this really clean collar. The material here feels like linen, and it's way thicker than you would expect for Amazon. Has 3 functional buttons, so it is very nursing friendly because it comes down nearly to my belly button. I'm pretty sure, again, this is a Tuckernuck look for less. I'll have to double check. I'll put the tucker neck one here if it is. But I love the contrasting two-tone with the light tan and the cream. It's not going to work for workwear because it does come up pretty high on the side here. So just FYI. But with the bump right now, not the most flattering because it's just pulling the fabric. But that means it does have a really nice close fit for more of a roomy dress. It's still going to give you a really nice shape. I've had this dress for probably just over a year and a half or close to a year and a half, and it has still continued to work for me with a bump. It is getting a little bit shorter in the front. But this is another tucker neck look for less from what I remember. It's this heather. It's kind of like the same material as the pink, but it feels a little bit softer, but it could also be because I've had it for so long and I've washed and worn it. But it has color. Again, functional buttons, would be nursing friendly. Does have a shorter sleeve length, so it's not like a full sleeve. And this is one of the very few drop waist dresses that I have in my wardrobe. I typically do not like a drop waist dress, but this one had a good shape to it and it didn't feel too short with the seam in the back. I love this color. It looks like a textured linen, even though I don't think it is. This is one of those dresses I just kind of throw on and go type of thing. You can throw it on with sandals, but I have also worn it last fall with knee-high boots and sort of transitioned it into cooler weather as well, just because the coloring and the sleeves. I do think it shrinks a little bit in the wash, so do keep that in mind on your height. I am so glad that I checked the mail because this was sitting in my mailbox and it was one of the things I was most excited to try. How cute is this little detailing? It's very like Zimmerman-esque. So this is the same material as the long sleeve red pink striped dress, but this is the taupe color. And they're very complementary. That's why I got one color of each type of thing. This is a medium, so it's definitely a little roomier, more bump friendly, but I do think if I wasn't pregnant, it would look a little frumpy on me, so I would say it's pretty true to size. This one in comparison does not have pockets, which I actually prefer, especially with the drop waist, because I feel like that could potentially be very unflattering depending on how the pockets set. This dress is just darling and definitely looks more elevated than a lot of things that I find on Amazon. Lounge set is disappointingly thin, at least in this color, so just a heads up there, you may want to stay clear of the ivory, but it is a really nice ivory. It's like a bright ivory, not too yellowy, which isn't as common, honestly, on Amazon. I feel like Amazon leans very warm tone with their color options. But it is just sadly very, very thin. So you can see the pants coming through here. And you definitely have to be mindful of what you're wearing underneath this. Thankfully, the shirt is long enough to give you like 2 layers there, but depending on what you're wearing, you could see it right here in the side slit area. The pants definitely have a little bit more of a slim, tapered look to them, even though they are flared at the bottom. They just aren't super wide leg or anything, and they do have like the vertical ribbing, which I personally am a big fan of. It does have a fairly long inseam. Considering I'm pregnant, I can easily pull these up, well up over the bump. So if you do have a very short torso, these pants may not work for you unless you really hike them up. This is a set that I would only personally wear at home just because of how thin it's looking, at least in this color. But if you got it in black, I feel like it would be a really nice, like comfy travel set. I'm going to be returning this dress, but I still wanted to share. It's definitely not going to be for everyone. I feel like if you play Mahjong, I don't know what that game is, but I know it's very popular. Like, I feel like depending on your vibe, you'll either love this or hate this type of thing, because it is kind of giving like wedding table scape, like tablecloth. It does have a lot of texture to it, and it is pretty stiff. Like, it's very much like a stiff shift tunic style dress. And it is a pretty heavy material too, so not something I would ever reach for in the summertime, but at the same time it does lean like a more summery color. So I don't know. I don't think this is the best find, but still wanted to share. Y'all can probably tell, but I am truly just struggling to get through this video. I'm just getting too pregnant at this point to be trying on all these clothes for hours on end, but I've been trying on all these cute dresses, and then I finally get to this comfy tee, and I'm like, this is of course my favorite thing that I'm going to be living in the next few weeks. It is this oversized t-shirt. I sized up to a large just to make sure it was going to be super roomy, but it is already oversized. So I would say just get your normal size. If you're pregnant, go up one size. You don't necessarily have to go up two unless you really like this fit. This is how the large fits on me. But it's so comfy. It's a very soft, thick, stretchy cotton, not see-through, comes in a lot of color options. I feel like I really need to start digging for some good Amazon athleisure because I feel like that's a category that they really shine in. So let me know if you'd like to see some more athleisure pieces from Amazon. I was looking at their maternity even because I feel like at this point I do not want to spend a ton of money on maternity, but it would be nice to have a few things. So I paired it with these baby pink compression shorts. These are not maternity. I'm definitely getting a little snug, but still doable with the bump. And I love, like, it's the prettiest pink color. So speaking of athleisure, I did also want to share this set. I actually own this skirt now in two colors. I originally bought it in the green, and then I couldn't pass up on the pink either. It's a really pretty pink. Love the little twist detail. It's like a faux wrap with the built-in shorts. It does have a little pocket on the side. I size up to a medium, and it does have a very comfortable compression, so I would say it is bump friendly. It's not too snug. Sadly, I haven't reached for my skirts at all this year just because most of them have a pretty compressive waistband, and they're some of my favorite things to wear. There are some good maternity options on Amazon I might give a try. I just think this little twist detail is so cute. And then this tank top has a higher neckline. It does have built-in padding, but personally don't find it to be substantial enough, at least in this top. The other top that I have with the green, I do find works without adding an extra bra or support. And then this one does have like a scrunchy cross detail in the back, which is really cute. All right, that's everything I have to share with you today. Honestly, I did not feel like this was my best work, but sometimes Amazon just has some hits and misses. And being 34 weeks pregnant, we just don't know how things are going to fit at this point. But thanks for joining me for today's video, and I'll be back again on Thursday. Bye.